Hey everybody, today I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about something I've been having quite a few conversations about with clients, and that is whether to purchase a new construction or whether to purchase a resale property. So both have pros and cons, and I just thought I would kind of talk you through what a typical conversation with a buyer would be that's looking and trying to decide which way should I go. So you can't go wrong either way. We'll put that out there first. So let's talk about new construction. So obviously new construction, everything is new. You have the chance to customize the home, pick out the finish out, you can pick out the flooring, the color scheme, the floor plan. So there's a lot of advantages as far as being able to customize your home. Also, with new construction, a lot of the times the builders will pay some of your closing costs. So that is an incentive to think about as well. With new construction, you're obviously going to have new air conditioning, new roof, new fence. So a lot of the features of the home that could potentially cost you a lot of money if something were to happen to those, they're going to have a longer lifespan because they're brand new. So those are some of the benefits of new construction. Let's talk about some of the cons of new construction. Number one, they could potentially be priced higher than what you're going to see for resale. Second of all, a lot of new construction is kind of a little bit further out of town because they obviously need the land to build the subdivisions. So, you may have a little bit more of a commute if you're looking at new construction potentially. A lot of the times with new construction, as far as getting the builder incentive to pay their closing cost, they require you to use their lender, which we'll have a whole video on that. That's a whole nother topic, but I'm going to list that as a con, and stay tuned for another video and you will find out why. Okay, and let's talk about purchase prices of resale properties. Are they necessarily going to be lower than new construction? Maybe not. But one thing that many people are not familiar with is the fact that if you are looking for new construction, but you're ready to purchase now, if that new construction neighborhood if they've been building in there for a couple of years, say 2 to 3 years, then around the 2-year mark, that's when properties within that new construction neighborhood, actually people start selling their house. And I don't know what it is, but I've watched it so many years. I've seen it in my neighborhood. I've seen it in the surrounding neighborhoods. People have to move. Things happen in life. They take a job and they need to move. Change in financial status and they need to get out of that house. So what happens is if the builder is still building in that neighborhood and the neighborhood is only a couple of years old, you could get a 2-year-old property. So basically brand new. All the components are still considered new. You're still under builder warranty, and they're going to have to sell they need to come in less than what the builder is offering because their house is used, it's not new, so there's got to be a depreciation factor for that alone. So a lot of people are not aware that just because you want a new construction does not necessarily mean it needs to be brand spanking new. You can actually find properties that are 2 to 3 years old, look brand new, feel brand new. They really are new. And you can get in for a really good deal, less than what the builder is offering. So that is a huge advantage. And I always tell people about that, and they're shocked. And typically they start looking and they're like, oh my gosh, I've already found 2 and this is awesome. So that's something to think about as well. All right, so we listed this as a pro for new construction, so I guess we got to put it as a con for resale, and that's going to be the older components of the home. And what I'm specifically speaking of would be anything that's going to cost you large out-of-pocket expenses after closing, such as the air conditioning unit, the roof, If it's a much older home, the plumbing could potentially be an issue. And, how's the foundation? The foundation could cost you a pretty penny. So you want to make sure all of those are looking good, or be prepared for those expenses, or start setting aside money to prepare for those expenses. So that's kind of my quick list of things that I typically discuss with buyers that are debating between new construction and resale. Honestly, I don't think there is a bad option. Both of them are wonderful options depending on what's most important to you and what your financial situation is. If you are a person that likes DIY and is not afraid of a paintbrush, then, look at resale properties, because you can put a lot of sweat equity into your home for, little cost that would pay off very well if you are looking to, if this is not your forever home and you're going to look to sell the property in 2 years, 5 years, 6 years, then a resale property could be a great thing for you. If you are strapped for cash and you're maxing out on purchasing the home and, capping out on your debt ratio, then you might want to look at a new construction so that you have a little bit extra reassurances with that. So I hope this was a little bit helpful for some of you that might be debating or thinking about which way to go. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at hello@bestaustinlender.com. I am here for you, and I hope you guys have a great day.